Welcome to Canada, Prerona Television Canada. Global Academy of Holistic Leadership and Coaching in collaboration with Prerona Television Canada and also Global Scholarship from Ottawa and UREC is jointly organizing this event, weekly education, immigrations, and recruitment speaker series. We are very happy. Today we are having ninth episode, and today is our topic or we are covering Canadian Educational School. We are very delighted. Is one of the prominent person from Ottawa, and she is none other than Dr. Rashida Suleiman. She is the principal and managing director of Canadian Educational School. So I'm very happy that she is with us, and she will be sharing uh, her experience and presenting her school, that how that institute is actually contributing to the community and society in Canada. So along with that, before she start, I also need to invite, or I also need to welcome some of the other guests which is connected with Dr. Rashida. So before that, I think we have another person that partner organizations and Mr. Saurabh Barua, Global Scholarship. So I'm very happy that you are here with us. So Saurabh Barua, he is actually representing Asia Pacific region Global Scholarship. And we are also welcoming or actually very happy that we are having another person here. Is her name is Mrs. Inayat Raihan, and she is an educator, and she has a lot of experience in the field of education and also coaching. And she will also introduce herself before I think Dr. Rashida start her presentations, because I like to honor you. So I will first ask Mrs. Enayat Raihan, can you briefly introduce yourself? Who are you and which organizations you are from and what is your expertise?
I worked as a teacher in India for about 14 to 15 years and have done post graduation and graduation, and I'm a wife of an ex naval officer.
Thank you,
That,
Mrs. Enayat
that's all.
Raihan. Thank you very much for sharing that. Now I will ask Saurabh Barua. I already introduced him, but I will ask him to introduce himself briefly. Saurabh Barua, can you hear us? Okay, so we're gonna ask the next person. Her name is Avneet Kaur Percy, and she's a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, RCIC, from Brampton, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. So she's from Ontario. So she's gonna introduce herself. So I'm gonna request. I'm requesting Avneet Kaur. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Edward, for having me again on this webinar. It's a pleasure to be here again. Myself, I'm Avneet Kaur Basre, and I'm an RCIC, licensed by the licensed consultant in Canada, and I am helping people to come to this country, obtain their visas, and my area of practice is almost all the immigration applications that we have, if it's for study, work, PR. So I'm helping people in just fulfilling their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd like to ask Saurabh Barua, is representing Global Scholarship, one of our partner organization. So to introduce himself, I already shared with you already, but I would like to ask him to introduce himself. Saurabh Barua, can you hear us? I think we have a network issues with him. So I will ask one of the other person, I think with Dr. Rashida, one of the students, I think
From India.
he's from India, and
Yes.
his name is Simran, right?
Simran, yes.
All right. Simran, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Simranjit Singh. I'm from India. I completed my class grade 12 from Saffron Public School.
All right. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank
Now
you.
I would like to ask Shaurabh Baru, are you still there with us? Can you hear? Yes. Can you introduce yourself? You have to unmute yourself, Shaurabh Baru.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was interrupted by a Wi-Fi connection. Anyway, welcome everybody, and this is Shaurabh Borua. I'm representing Asia Pacific region of Global Scholarship Platform. So the global scholarship actually is a domain, info domain of Canadian education, scholarship, fellowship, internship, all those kinds of educational information we are providing, prioritizing the Canadian educational information, and as well as all over the globe education information we are providing through our channel. So, being a part of this journey, we'll be happy and welcoming everybody through this journey. Every week, we are providing educational information, scholarship, and all those kinds of information we are trying to provide to our audience. I hope it will be benefited uh, to our audience. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. And now I will request another person with us. I don't know his name. If anyone of did I miss anyone? I can see one other person, but I don't see the name.
Galaxy M31.
Yeah,
It
so I
come
don't
from
know
the
who is that
it
person.
come from the galaxy, I think. Hello, is it Ranveer or Arshdeep? Who are you? Have you come from the galaxy? I don't
All
know.
right, so we'll get back to that. But before Dr. Rashida is giving, I'll give a very brief background what we are doing, and then like within few minutes, and then each time will be yours, Dr. Rashida. So
No
the
problem.
reason that we are conducting this session is to um, collaborate and also like all the academics, researcher, consultants, and all the knowledge-based industries to come to one platform so that we can enlighten and we can help our learner and those who are already in Canada and those who are actually are prospective students, those who are coming, those who want to come to Canada. So this is our actually sessions that we like to help you right with education and immigration and recruitment series. So we invite a lot of different experts from different fields. So that's how right we are doing. So today is our ninth episode, and we are very happy that Canadian Educational School from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, is here with us. So I request Dr. Rashida Suleiman. She has a lot of experience, and I know that she has been very actively working in the field of education. So I would like to ask you to introduce your institute and also share what you are doing, what is your activities, and how you are contributing to the community uh, here. Thank you, Dr. Rashida.
Thank you, Dr. Edward Mundur, for this wonderful opportunity. And I'm sure everyone would be very keen to know who we are and why we are meeting on this webinar this evening. I would first like to say hello to the entire team here who has joined us, and I thank each and every one of you for taking time this evening. It's really an honor to be with an august team like you, and it's a great uh, journey where we have all started very with open hearts, and I'm sure this journey will take us a long way. So with that, to start off, I would like to talk first about the school. which we have started this year. To begin with, let me talk what inspired me. Actually, I've been working for the past, I wouldn't like to say how many years because you'll come to know my age. So I'll just restrict the number of years. But for a long, long time, I've been working as the head of a school. And I started my journey in India where I never worked as a teacher. My first appointment was as the principal of Naval Public School. I stayed there for 10 years and then moved to Dubai. In Dubai, I was hired as the principal of an IB World School, where I worked for almost 15 years. In between, I went to other emirates like uh, Ajman, and then I went to another Middle East country, that is Bahrain, and I roamed around a bit. So I do have a little bit of experience of the Middle East. And the best part of the journey was that I helped in getting schools authorized by the International Baccalaureate. And that gave me an honor to visit other countries, like I attended the IB workshops in Greece, which really opened my mind. What is education all about? Because Indian education is more and involved into rote learning. And in those days, there was no much of interactive learning. But today, even Indian uh, boards have opened their windows and doors and accepted international education as the key to success. So international education has become the main collaboration for all schools all over the world, and that's how we call ourselves global. When I came to Canada, I also I was hired immediately to head a school here in Canada, in Ottawa. I am the principal of another school as well. And then I thought when the COVID came, it really hit all of us, and students all around the world were stuck. What would happen? How would they come to Canada? How would they make this possible? So then I said, we are here as educators, not to just spread knowledge to Canadians, but to everyone who we want to lend a hand and reach out to them. So we thought, okay, let's start an online platform, a virtual platform initially, to help students to do their IELTS, because IELTS is mandatory to join any university or college in Canada. So we started with English programs, especially IELTS, and then I met Avneet Kaur in my journey. She was a great inspiration, and we joined hands together. We invited a lot of students, and almost, I think, Avneet, 100 students came from all over the world. They came for short-term courses as well as long-term courses. And Simran is one of them who came to Canada to attend a short term program, and he was impressed because we did a school immersion program and we took them around to Toronto and to Montreal. So they were impressed with the kind of education here. We oriented them about the educational system in Canada, and they wanted to come back on for doing a long term course. And that's how we got many other students to join later for in our long-term courses like grade 11, grade 12, doing IELTS, doing ESL programs. And it was a wonderful journey till March 2019, when the whole world went through unprecedented times. But we, as educators, never give up. We have hope against hope. And with a friend like Avneet, is impossible, because she makes impossible as possible. And then we had this wonderful conversation. We thought, let's invite students to do the IELTS online. And then once they have the IELTS with them, they can always come to Canada to join colleges and universities here. So with that in mind, we started this and this platform. And I'm so happy that Mr. Edward Mandol, he opened his doors, windows, whatever you call, with open arms, he welcomed us and said, we are here, we are also educators, and we are all one family. We will help everybody around the world, not only students, but also those who would like to come in to migrate to Canada. In fact, even visitors who come, we conduct trainings, we conduct seminars, we conduct orientations, we have short-term programs as well as long-term programs. You can come for a 10-day program or you can come for a 1-month program. We give you accommodation, food, transport. Simran is one witness, and I will ask him to speak about the quality of service we give. We never let them down. From the time they land in Canada till they go back, we are all the time with them from morning to night, taking care of them with all their needs so that they go back with happy memories and always again tell us that we'd like to come back to study in Canada. So that's how we are helping even Canadian economy
Yes,
to grow. If these students join the colleges and universities, then in fact they will in turn increase the economy of the country. And we as Canadians, we would love our government to be, to get support and to be financially sound so that everyone is happy. And those people, especially from the other countries who would love to come to a country like Canada, I'm telling you, go east or west. Canada is the
Canada
best.
is best.
The government is so wonderful, so supportive. The educators, the people are so warm and welcoming that you will never miss your country in spite of the severe climatic conditions. You will still enjoy it because you have warm people who give you the warmth. When warmth is there, you don't feel the cold atmosphere. So that is the greatness of this country. And to add to this part of the journey, I was very motivated by Mrs. Inayat Rehan when I called her in the month of March and I told her that I would like to help people around the world. What do you have to say about it? She said, I am with you all the time. You have the potential, you have the zeal, and we are all together. We will help people to migrate. And now we have our partners all over the world. We have a partner who is in UK. He's Mr. Yaya. He also contacted us and congratulated us for joining on this webinar. But because it is very early in the morning in UK right now, so he said he will not be able to join, but next time he'll make time to join. We've got partners in the Middle East. We've got partners who are promoting us and who are helping to spread awareness and about the schools which are going to take them now online. And then finally, since we are authorized by the Service Canada, we have an authorization number, so we can issue invitation letters and get students and anyone who would like to come on a short visit to come to Canada, visit this country. Especially now the immigration has opened, so we have started filing for visas, and Avneet Kaur is there night and day working strongly on this. And Simran has just asked me 2 days ago that he would like to complete his IELTS and come here and join a college or university, or at least if he can come to do IELTS or do a grade 11, 12 program here. So Simran, we are here. Whatever questions you have, you can ask us right now and we can
Mm,
answer you. Yeah, and later on. So it's now I would take time now to ask Mrs. Avneet, how would you help Canadian Educational School to support students to come to Canada? Yes, Avneet, it's yours. All the time is yours now for you.
Thank you, Dr. Rashida, for giving me this opportunity and inviting me again. So, you are doing a really, really great job for students all over the Canada, like all over the world, I will say, not only in like Asian countries. And your school is a great platform for their dreams to like come true and come to Canada as a student. I have observed in my like experience in this field that most of the students are struggling with their IELTS. Like they are spending like thousands of rupees, like or I can say thousands of like in their own currencies with their local instructors, but they are not achieving the results. Like I have seen those with like giving 4 attempts, 5 attempts, but still stuck on 5 bands or 4 bands. And I would like to specially mention that the students who are like getting training from Dr. Rashida, they show like extraordinary improvement. And I have seen that with the student who was once like very shy to speak and couldn't was not able to speak even a small sentence. Now you can talk to him like anything, and he is doing really great. So I believe whichever student or whoever will join your school for ESL, for IELTS, and even for the studies, he's gonna do great, because it's you are not only just giving them a platform to come to Canada, but you are actually improving them. Those students are actually developing skills in them. So the English they are learning is not only for the purpose of IELTS, but it's going to help them throughout their life. So I would really like to applaud you. You are doing a tremendous job. And for the students who are willing to come, we are here for you, and we'll support your application. We'll file your application for the visa, any sort of application. So we'll be doing that on your behalf.
Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so
much.
much.
That means a lot. Yeah. Here I would like to ask Mr. Saurav, but I've always heard about your organization, but I don't have details of the scholarships you provide. So is it restricted only to Bangladesh, or you can provide scholarships? Since you say global scholarships, is it possible to give to everyone or anyone, or do you have some benchmarks? Can you please elaborate on what you how you decide to give this? Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor, asking me. Actually, global scholarship, I told earlier, is an info domain or info hub uh, for the educational information regarding scholarship, fellowship, internship, international volunteering. We have a partnership with several and different university, colleges. Actually, we are collecting all those scholarship information, and we are trying to put in together in one domain. And our interested audience, or I mean interested student, they can get the perfect or particular information from our info domain. And whenever they got the information, like UBC, University of British Columbia scholarship information. If they need any kind of, assistance, they need, they ask to us. And then we can provide as well as their, requirement. That kind of, information we are providing. And especially, you ask me, is it for restricted for only for Bangladesh? No, absolutely not. We are our name is Global Scholarship, so from whole over the world, people can get this service and information. It's open to all, and not for only for Bangladeshi student. It's all over the world corner. So, and then again, I must say, global scholarship is being an Canadian uh, I mean uh, uh, Canadian institution. So we are prioritizing Canadian scholarship information, but we are trying to put UK, USA. From all over the world, education information we are trying to put in together, and people can get all this information. Thank you again.
Yeah. So again, I have another question for you,
Yeah.
Mr. Barra. Because many students have asked me, like, how do we get scholarships? So that is why I'm asking you this question again. So do they apply, or how do they connect with you, or how would they know? They just go to your website and they get the information, or we can do any, we can I like, as an institute, we can we give them information? So and if you can elaborate more details on this, we could
Mm-hmm.
inform our students, whoever connects with us, that you have a platform where you can get a scholarship. So is it like an academics, or it's from the extracurricular activities? How do you decide the scholarship, and how does it work?
Well, thanks again. I mean, you are asking, I mean, a specific question. So, I mean, my answer is regarding this in your question. Actually, you know that, I mean, or everybody knows. I mean, different education institution, they have their different criteria, and you have to have the eligibility criteria. You have to meet, I mean, as being a student, he or she must be I mean, meet the particular education institutions requirement. Maybe if she or he wants to, I mean, undergrad any scholarship, or PhD, or any research scholarship. So different institution, they have their own, I mean, requirement. Whenever we got the information through our channel, and we update every day, people can get updated information. I mean, scholarship information, and
Okay.
they can prepare as well as, I mean, education institution requirements. Thank you again.
Okay, thank you so much. That was very,
Yeah,
very informative. Like, it's basically you inform universities that, like,
yeah,
you have a database there,
yeah,
and people can see the data, like which students are capable and have the potential to avail the scholarship.
yeah.
Basically, that.
I may request, I mean, Doctor, I mean, Mondal, Edward Mondal, can you please show our website, Global Scholarship website, in your screen?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Then
Yeah,
people can get
yeah,
more
yeah.
clear, I mean, understanding
Yes.
regarding our services.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I already sent in chat box the link. You can go through.
Okay.
I'm in mute. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see the screen right now?
Yes, we can.
Mm,
Yes. So this is that global scholarship site,
Okay.
and you can see here. I think
yeah.
yeah, there are different options.
It's-
You can go ahead.
yeah. Can you please go the? I mean, uh, yeah. I mean, homepage,
Homepage.
global scholarship here. This is our homepage.
This is the
If you
homepage,
go
right?
here, yeah. Now, can you please click here and global scholarship?
This one here.
Yeah, yeah, that one. So, yeah, we need to close. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Go down. Go down. Yeah. There's several. I mean, scholarship information. Mm. And I already told earlier, we are focusing Canadian scholarship information. So whenever you log in our website, you see, I mean, several or different Canadian education institutions, scholarship and education or admission or fellowship, internship, those kinds of information you get. And if you go top, I mean, in our menu bar, can you go up? Yeah. Here you see global scholarship information, internship, study abroad, global fellowship, and international volunteering, and global job also. Can you please click here? Mm. So
Oh,
here you see, I mean, here is different information also over there. So people can get easily all those information, updated information. I'm mentioning, I mean, every day we are updating,
updating.
yeah,
Excellent.
update
That's a
information you
great,
can
it's
get.
a great
Mm,
opportunity for
yeah,
people to know about global scholarships and global jobs.
jobs. Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like at the click of a button, they know what's happening
yeah,
around the
yeah.
world. So great job. Wonderful. We salute you for
Thank you.
this and thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
Information, very informative and very useful. Thank you. So next, Mrs. Talat Salim is here, and she just sent me a message that she's here. So good evening, Mrs. Talat Salim. How are you? All the way from Qatar.
Hi, it's morning. It's very much morning over here. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Thank you for having me there. And I'm so happy always to, to be here and learning more about you and your global academy. And everybody is so very helpful and they are so very, I would say, warm, welcoming. I always feel like home with all of you, although I have never met you or something. But and do
So,
I'm not from Qatar. I'm from Kuwait.
from
So,
Kuwait.
but
Okay.
yeah, but I'm very happy to be with you. I'm very glad that I've joined this meet webinar with you, and I'm a part of this team. I'm really happy and very say like oh, I'm half asleep.
It must be very early in the
Yes,
morning here.
yes,
But
it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
oh, okay, okay. So that
yes,
shows passion. That shows the fire in
yes,
the
of
people
course.
who
I
are
was so
educators. Yeah.
exactly. I was just so excited to be with you all. This is why I always make sure that I'm here. Although I really need to go by 8 o'clock. I have to be somewhere, and because I'm tutoring.
Okay. Okay.
So, but I make sure that I'm there with you all.
Okay.
As
So I have one specific question for you, Tala.
yes,
Um, since you said you are an ESL teacher, at
yeah,
Canadian Educational School also we have the ESL, and we
yeah.
have 5 levels of ESL.
Hmm.
So if when the student is struggling, we start with the beginners level.
Yeah,
Then we have the from beginners to advanced, then intermediate, and finally to advanced. So when they
yeah.
finish 5 levels of English as a second language in Canada, they are eligible to join the university or college. Is it the
Yeah.
same thing in the Middle East?
No, not like this
Okay.
because
So
it's a if you know the Middle East because you've been working over here in Middle East,
yeah, 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 yeah,
you'll know like English is not even a second language for them. It is like a third, fourth language to them. Because at home they speak very much Arabic and they really don't mix the language. Arabic is still very much as its own in a true form
yeah.
spoken at
It's
home.
dominating, like, yeah.
Yes, dominating language over here at homes. So
Mm.
when they come to the schools, especially if they have, not studied from the beginning in the same English schools, and they jump into somewhere in year twos and threes and fours over here in some English schools, then it's a very alien language for them. Very, very alien language. English is a very alien language for them. And we have to start from the very beginning, even at the levels of in year threes and fours and fives also.
Okay.
So it is not as you say, like it is not like that. So we have to start somewhere very beginning. We have to start from a very beginning, from a higher level classes also. So I
Okay.
don't expect them to you know to to improve themselves very quickly, because then when they are here in the schools, they follow, say, like some just 1 or 2 hours of English per day,
Oh,
and the rest all for that is then again when they go back home it's all Arabic. So we don't find it so very improving things for them.
okay. So you're talking about the young, the elementary
Youngsters,
level. Yeah, the
the
primary.
elementary, because I am an elementary teacher, like I'm an elementary
Okay.
teacher, so this is why I can just give you information over here only. And
Okay.
basically is that, if people are interested, when they want to go outside, and then they do get into the schools where they can uh, go and improve their English, as you said, like you are teaching them for their IELTS exams and all of that. They
Yeah.
do have things over here also where they can go and improve their English.
Yeah. So those are the adults, right? And I was running the IELTS center in Dubai.
Yeah,
I had people from the banks and other corporates, but they would
exactly.
not know much of English. So it used
Much
to
of
be a
English.
difficult task, but yet, yeah, because if they want to come to the Western world, they really need to do the 5 levels of English as a second language. So this is for anyone who's listening that unless you finish 5 levels of ESL, you cannot join any college or university in Canada. And it's IELTS is needed at every stage. Even when you get a work permit, you need to have your IELTS. When you have your PR in hand, you have to have your IELTS. Nowadays, I'm teaching a lot of students in Canada who are ready to get their PR, the permanent residency, but
Yeah,
without the
yeah.
IELTS score, and for that they need the general. So if anybody would like to know the details, there are two types of IELTS. One is the general, and the other one is academics. The academic one is for to join colleges and universities, whereas the general one is for migration or for work permit or for PR. So I have today just now. That's why I couldn't come on time for this class, because I just finished a class with students who have to get their PR now, and they need their IELTS score, and that also a band 8. So for the band 8, they really need to do a lot of the reading and writing are the most challenging ones in the IELTS program. Speaking and listening, if you develop your speaking and listening skills, automatically your reading and writing will develop. So
Yes, definitely.
when I start with students, I first insist that their reading and speaking, listening and speaking skills should be developed first. So it's a very comprehensive program where all the four skills are integrated, and that's
Yes,
how we help our students to get the right band which is eligible as an entry requirement into the college. And yes, we have a lot of live sessions and interactive sessions. So I think maybe Talat, even for the primary level, because they say when
yes,
the foundation is strong, you can build a strong building on that. So if your primary level gets the right foundation,
kind of
then I'm
program.
sure
Yeah,
these students will grow up to know the language better and they develop their skills better. So if
Yes,
you have
some of
more of
them, yes, they
interactive
do.
sessions,
Yes.
yes, yes, Talan.
Yeah, yeah. I'm saying like you are absolutely right, and you are saying absolutely the correct thing, that if the right program is given to them and they are led in a correct direction, they can show you a great improvement. You're very much right.
Okay, thank you so much. I would like to now, so all of them. So, Talat, I would really like to see you connected with Canadian Educational School since you're going to travel to Canada very soon. So, before that, if you could understand the educational system in Canada and orient your students there in Kuwait so that they will become our prospective students here. It would be a great journey from Kuwait to Canada for you as well. So,
Oh yes, definitely. I'm looking
okay, so
forward to that. I'm looking
yeah,
really forward to that.
great. So, thank you so much for joining us this evening, in
Thank
spite
you
of
for
being so
having me.
early in the morning for you. I'll come back to you again, but I'd like to now talk to Inayat Rehan. How do you feel? And that now this evening you are again on the webinar. Would you like to share some of your experiences as a coach? And you were also doing immigration, you were also helping people to migrate to Canada when you were in India. So, can you share your experiences about your counseling and coaching sessions and what you would do, talk to your students as well? Yeah, over to you, Mrs. Inayat Rea.
Yeah, I know IELTS is a very difficult thing to get a eighth grade, because eight is very important, and to get that the main thing, the drawback is writing. Writing is the main thing that they really, the grammar and the writing and the comprehension, all that is very difficult. And I know you are doing a good job by helping them to do IELTS. That's a real good thing. But
Thank
yes,
you.
uh, I have taught people over there. More than that, I used to do counseling.
Yeah,
Counseling was my main job, because they get so disturbed when they don't get eight. They are disturbed when they get 6 and 7. They say, oh, we can't go, we are not going, we don't want to go to Canada. I mean, the negative part of it they keep on saying, but then we have to sit with them and say, okay, no, you can do it. It's because it's not your language. English is not their language, and they here they find it very difficult to cope up with. So that part we used to teach them simple sentences, and then upgrade them with higher listening, reading, and all those other comprehension things. Yes.
yeah,
And one thing I would like to say over here, okay, when you're speaking to students personally, basically when you're speaking to the students who come here, so my thing is, okay, I've written down one point: talk to the students personally on the level to know their career goals. How about that? That we are missing out. We are not speaking on the career goal of the students. Yes, we are helping them to do IELTS, we are helping them to get into immigration, come to Canada. But how about that particular part which we are missing out? We must speak to them about the career goals. Career goal is very important, I feel,
okay. That's a good.
because we are basically helping these children to live in this world with the real world. That is more important, because this Canada is not a, it's a very good place, but for them it's a different place, different atmosphere. So that we have to focus on.
Okay,
That's what I feel. Thank you.
yeah, you're most welcome. So, having said that, this is Rehan. Now that you are here and your sons have migrated to Canada, uh, how do you feel? Do you feel happy that your son is in Canada? Does he have a good job? Did he How did he settle down, and what were his challenges? Can you share so that some of our listeners around who are on air could hear what were the challenges and how did he succeed? Because I know he's very successful today.
Yes, he's very successful. Thank you very much for appreciating that. But
Mm.
yes, he had to take a lot of pains. Basically, he's an engineer, so that itself helped. And my children, of course, for the good luck, they have studied in all English medium schools. So that is another difference. Like how Mrs. Talat was saying, in Gulf, everybody studies in Arabic, and English level is very poor, and that we have to cater for. So their English level was very good, and they came here
Yeah,
and they got jobs, but uh, yes, they struggled and they did lots of jobs, different jobs that they have done. From one job, they moved on to another and another and another. And now my eldest son is a president of a company, so he's pretty good. Yes, I also now like this place, but it took time for me also to get used to this place. Thank you.
you're right.
Dr.
Thank you.
Rashida, there is one thing I would like to mention.
Yes, sure.
Like coming back to the English. So even when we are saying that the students, like even in many of the countries, like I'm not talking about English speaking countries, not the developed nations or the Western countries, like in Asian countries, even if English is a subject, they have restricted it to subject only.
Yes.
So it's just like one class, 50-minute session and done. Either one has to study in a very expensive school where if you'll speak one word or like even a sentence in your own language or even in Hindi or whatsoever language, you get fined. So if
Yeah.
like a student who is studying in an average school or I may say public school, so English has been limited to a subject, just a class. That's it. And
Yeah.
the good thing about your school is that you are making English attitude of children.
Yeah.
Like the way you are teaching, the passion you have to teach them, or the quality of, I'll say, the spoken English, or even the actual English you are teaching. So this will become attitude in the children. So there is a difference between, just mugging up things just to achieve something and to inbuilt something. So there is a big difference, a huge difference in that. And with your efforts, I believe whoever is getting coaching from you or many of the students in future who you will teach, they will, like I will say, inherit this English in themselves. It won't be just a formality or a subject for them. It will develop like an attitude in them. So I'm really happy and really thankful, and I really believe that more and more like people, or I may say, I will not only say students, but even the adults like should reach you, and you're doing a very good job.
Thank you,
Thank
Mrs.
you.
Avni. I have a question for you, Avni. That now that the visa applications are being accepted, so how much time does it take for a visa to be processed? And if students start applying, how much time does it take for them to get the?
It's still going to take time because biometric centers now biometrics are mandatory for most of the countries. And biometric centers for study visas are not completely open. They are booking biometrics only those who have applied under family class or PR applications. So this is going to take time. Like to your surprise, I'll tell you one thing. So I have filed for the super visa for my grandmom. So
Mhm.
earlier, like super visa used to take was to like 45 to 50 days. So if you will check the processing time today, it is 329 days for super visa,
Oh,
which is unbelievable.
okay.
So I'm not saying that visas are going to get processed very fast. They will get processed, but because of this pandemic and VFS not working on their full capacity, they're going to take time. But
Okay.
2021, I'm very sure is going to be a good year.
Okay. 2021 would be a better year, you think?
Yes, yes. It has to
Okay.
be. We have suffered a lot in 2020. We can't afford 2021.
Fingers crossed for that.
and and being at December, it's like, and we
Let's
are all
hope that
geared
this
up.
new year, yeah,
Finally, at last, 2020 has come to an end. So
yes, absolutely.
yeah. So just to sum it up again about the Canadian Educational School, we basically have all the English programs for you, so that you can develop your English language skills. And also we have standardized tests. You can do TOEFL with us, you can do SAT with us. And basically we are mainly focusing on IELTS because that is the requirement to come to Canada to study in a reputed college or university. But we are also providing general training for IELTS so that those who are already in Canada and you want to get your work permit, you still need your IELTS and you need a band 8. If you want a work permit, then you really need a high band. And we have a team of qualified teachers which are really very well established, especially in IELTS, so you can get the score you require, and we will make it happen because we know what you need and we are there. Like doctors know exactly when they diagnose you. We know exactly when we take your entrance test what you need and where we need to develop your skills. And so just don't hesitate. You can come to us and we are open for you and support you in every way to get you to Canada. The other thing which I'd like to request you and to tell you that another way to come to Canada is do a 6 months program, a course which is less than 6 months. For that, you don't need a study permit. You need only an SX1 visa where you can study any course in Canada which is less than 6 months. So that is an easier way to come to Canada because when you come here, then you can choose your college or university you like after completing your IELTS with us. And we are pathway to success. That is a logo which we share for our school, that we will make your pathway very successful. We are franchised with many, we are connected with many universities and colleges. So we will connect you with the college you deserve and with the college you would like. That's why this is Inayat Rayan said, we will see what your career goals are and where you would prosper more. And we will guide you through the process. We will not leave you just with after finishing your IELTS. We will take you to the best college or university. We will again advise you how to get your work permit. And then also we will advise you because Avneet Kaur will take you through the process till you get your PR. So you have a successful journey and then you get a good job and you are well established and well settled in Canada. So we'll take you through this journey very smoothly. So welcome to Canada and we are here for you. So we have short-term courses like the school immersion program. We have also study exchange programs. It's better to come through a short program so that you understand the educational system in Canada, or come for a training or attend one of our very popular workshops where we make you understand what is the climate, what is the geography, history of Canada, and what are the job opportunities, what is the best place you can go for your higher education. When you attend a workshop of this nature, it's like when you're going to a place to visit, you know how your destination is. So education also is like a destination. You need to plan. And I feel that failing to plan is planning to fail. So if you want to come to Canada and you want to have a good plan, I strongly recommend, instead of waiting for getting the study permit, you can always come doing a short program of 6 months or less than 6 months to get an SX1. Come here, do the program, and then you can choose whichever college you like, and then we put you there. We'll guide you through the process, and we are here for you. So we are here with everything in a nutshell. We have an umbrella for you. You can choose which umbrella you want to give you that shelter and that comfort zone. And we walk through the process and make you comfortable and settled in Canada. So, welcome to Canada. Now, I
Yeah.
would like to give the control back to Mr. Edward Mondor, and you can continue with the session.
Uh,
Yeah.
can I make a question?
Yes, yes, sure, Mr.
Yeah. Actually, I'm asking to Abnid. Can you please explain more detail? Being an immigration expert. So which one Dr. Rashida mentioned, SX1 visa for short course. Can you please explain more detail regarding
So
that?
SX1 is a sort of, we can see it falls under the category of temporary resident visa. So it's a form of visitor visa, but it allows you to complete a course in Canada, which is less than 6 months. So let's say if students are coming on a school trip, or if we'll allow, or if we'll apply for someone who wants to complete an ESL or IELTS program or IELTS prep program here, so we apply for their SX1 visa. So what we do is we usually is file for like visitor visa. The officer grants it under SX1. So basically, we don't have to confuse it much with like what special type of visa this is. It's a, it comes under visitor visa, but it allows you to finish a course of less than 6 months.
Mhm.
And then when you are
Okay.
inside Canada on an SX1, you can apply, like if you get your IELTS, you complete your course, you get your desired band, then you can apply for your study permit.
While you're in Canada.
Yes, while we are in Canada.
The other advantage, if I may, elaborate, is
Mhm.
that SX1 visa, the advantage is sometimes, most of our students who came on a short term visit of 10 days, they got an SX1 visa, which was almost of 10 years because it was based on the validity of your passport. So that is the advantage of getting an SX1 visa. It's a multiple entry you get most of the time. I'm not saying 100%, but most of the time, at least most of our students who came on a short term visit, they got an SX1 visa, which was valid
Of
based on the
6 months.
validity of their passport. So some got for 9 years, some got for 10 years. Even their group leaders, the teachers who escorted them, we allow that when 10 students come, their group leader comes free. So when the 10 students come, we provide accommodation, food, transport, everything to the entire group. One group leader is allowed free with the 10 students. So even the group leader got an SX1 visa of 10 years. So that is the beauty of getting a visa, which is an SX1 visa, which is any course you can do which is less than 6 months in Canada. You get an SX1, which is valid for a long period, and it is multiple entry. So you can always come back. Like many of my students who are right now doing their IELTS, they already had a visa because of the SX1 visa. They came on a short-term visit. They enjoyed Canada's beauty, and they enjoyed the school immersion program. Went back and now came to do IELTS. So in spite of the COVID, they had a visa, valid visa, and they came back. And they were allowed to enter Canada because they had the SX1 visa to study in Canada. So that's why
So
I always recommend that instead of waiting to get an S1 visa, that is a study permit, you can always try the SX1, which will allow you to come and start your course without any hurdles. And
yeah.
then you can choose the option you like while you're in Canada. And you don't even need to go back. You can continue with an extension.
Okay, can you please explain more? Whenever he or she finished his or her, 6 month course,
Yeah,
then how he or she gonna, link up with or
yeah,
extend?
So
Uh,
yeah.
if they
Mrs.
want to
Abneet will
continue as a
explain.
student, yeah, so then the process gets back to the normal. So one needs to, let's say for example, if someone came here for a 5 months course,
yes.
like a 5 month IELTS prep course, right? And now they have their desired result, and now they are ready to get admitted to the college. Then the process will get normalized. So they will, with their IELTS score, will apply to the various colleges, or mostly the colleges which students choose themselves, like their choices. We apply to them, then they are issued LOA, that is letter of acceptance. So based on that letter of acceptance, we file their study permit when they are already inside Canada.
So she don't need to, I mean, go back.
No, no,
No.
no. I will give you an example, a concrete example. Simran is from a school called Saffron Public School
Mhm.
in Punjab. So
Yes.
they came on a short-term visit to Canada with their principal, and they enjoyed the atmosphere here and our services, of course. So we took them around, and the accommodation was beautiful. Everything was very nice. So the students wanted to come back to study, but they had their S61 visa only.
Yes.
So four of them took the, I mean, they were ready to come because they wanted to try. And we told them, come here, start the program. So they started with grade 11 in our school. They did grade 11 and grade 12. And finally, when they finished, in spite of the COVID-19, they still continued their program online from home
Yeah, I know.
in Canada. And when they finished their grade 12, we helped them to get into Algonquin College, and Avneet filed for their visas, and they got regularized, and they all got their study permits to go into college. So it's a concrete example, and Simran is a witness because he belongs to the
Yes.
same school. And
Yes.
some students took the courage of coming, and now they are all in Canada in colleges. So
Okay.
it is possible, and it has actually happened. And Avneet filed for their visas, and they all came through. So I really salute Avneet for the way she files. She's very, very perfect. She's a perfectionist. Everything she has a doubt, she calls me and asks, "What is this? Why is this missing? What is this number?" So she's very, very particular. She reads everything very carefully, takes second opinions from lawyers before she files her case. And then 100% success it comes. So
Yeah,
I
it's great.
trust her, and I would like everyone to trust her. The way she does her work is really impressive, and
Yeah.
it brings in success for many, many parents, especially for students who came last time. They all got their visas through Avneet. So thank you, Avneet. You did
Thank
a
you
Yeah,
so
great
much.
job. Thank you.
it's great. So my next question, I mean, for further clarification, I mean, do they allow for, I mean, work permit during his or her, I mean, SX1 visa, I mean, during
No,
her,
No,
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 and
they don't.
after
no. You
whenever,
cannot work on SS1.
They don't get work permit, but they get 20 hours of work, but they don't get a work permit unless it is
okay,
transferred to a study permit when they finish their IELTS and they
okay,
get
now
the
I
study
understand.
permit. Once they get the
Yeah.
study permit, they get the legal number of hours they can work. Like one of our students now, I was just telling Abdi yesterday, his name is Ranveer. You will not believe that this is the same Ranveer when he came in 2018. He couldn't speak English and he couldn't write a word. Today, if you listen to him, I'll invite him for the next webinar. Today, when he speaks, you would think he's a Canadian. The way he has picked up the accent, and he works as a security guard as a part-time job. Morning he studies online, and now today he gets a salary of $6,000 per month. So that is this journey of taking you always have to take a risk. He took the risk of coming on a short-term course, put his 100% of hard work, put his trust in Avneet Kaur. She filed his visa. He got his visa. Now he's in college, has a beautiful job, and now he's going to get his family here. So the journey is all beautiful for him and the other students as well. So that is the greatness of hard work is the key to success. Yeah, thank you. So do you have any questions for Avneet or Mr. Mondol, if you'd like to ask any questions?
No, right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. It was a wonderful session. Actually, we covered a lot of things. So, uh, right, with the multidisciplinary team, right, which shows that how we can, be a change agent. And you all are doing an awesome job as an educator or as an. So you are doing a great job. So I'm really, congratulate you, right, to Dr. Rashida and the team like Avneet Kaur and Mrs. Anayat Rahan and others, Mr. Juma and the rest of you. So thank you very much for your contribution. I really appreciate because of the time. I think we are inviting you for our next webinar. And as you know, every week we are doing this session. And as you know that this session is held on every
Tuesday.
Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Mountain Standard Time, which is Edmonton, Calgary, and 10 p.m. and Toronto, Ottawa, and in Dhaka, Bangladesh, it is at 9 a.m. on Wednesday morning, and in India, it is 8:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning. So with that, I'd like to thank every one of you. So I'll conclude this session and just stay tight and don't leave the room just for a few minutes. But I will conclude this session with that. Thank you all the audience, those who are following with us. I can see a lot of people joined in the live stream, and I'm also following with you. Thank you very much, those who are following with us. And with that, invite you to the next webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very
Yeah,
good.
how was your experience in Canada?
Yes.